Hey guys, how's it going? I have a lot of updates for you. I'm sitting far away from you so you can see my new desk setup. Do you like it? This is one of those desks that goes up and down. It goes up and down like this. Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't do that with a cup of tea and a lit candle on my desk. But it's too late now, I've done it. Okay, first things first. Do you like my fit? You like the sport shorts and the button-up shirt? This actually isn't my fit for today. I went to the doctor today. I worked a half day, but part of that half day I had to come home and have a meeting for part of the half day. So when I went to the doctor, I was wearing jeans, but when I got home, I didn't want to wear them any longer. So shorts it is. Pretty cute fit if you ask me. Can't bring any clothes right now. We have some pretty important business to discuss. I've started a new sweater vest. And when I say started, I mean I've almost finished it. Okay, let me show you. The crochet bag's here. Okay. Alrighty tighty. Gotta put it right side out. All right, here it is. I have to sew the sides and I have to attach the, the edges of the, what are they called? The armholes? But what's that called? Anyway, it's the ribbing around the armholes. I still have to attach that, but I think this is gonna be really cute. I am actually really proud of it. It's supposed to be oversized. I got the pattern off of Lion Brand for free, and then of course the yarn wasn't free, but that's all I had to pay for. And that's how they get you. They show you a cute pattern and they say, we've got the yarn for you. All you gotta do is hit add to cart. And that's what I did. Anyway, I'm super excited about this one. So, how have you guys been? What are you working on? I know it's been a little bit since I've filmed. I've been tired. Just imagine the tired with like little sparkles around it. I can do that on screen. I've been tired. Okay, so like I said, I went to the doctor today because I'm chronically ill. It was just a checkup, just my yearly in-person GI checkup. I have 2 a year, 1 telemedicine and 1 in-person. So this is my in-person one. I really like my GI doctor. He's so nice and friendly, and his eyes get curvy when he smiles, and I think that's so nice. So I went in, and it was very pleasant. We had a chat. Everything's good. He says he doesn't think I have rheumatoid arthritis. He thinks it's just inflammatory arthritis from the IBD. You know my medical history now. Oh no. Okay. So that's really good. That's good to hear. Yeah, it's just business as usual. He's gonna check my drug level soon. He's gonna have the people at my infusion center check my drug level. And then, but it's just business as usual for the next 6 months or a year. And I don't have to, as long as I stay in remission, I don't have to have another colonoscopy until 2030. Isn't that fun? Until how old am I going to be in 2030? 32. I could be 32 at the time of my next colonoscopy. Wouldn't that be fantastic? We love that. So that was good to get done today. I think I am going to have a busy week this week. But I have more energy, which is why I'm filming, obviously. I also wanted to show you guys my new mug. I got this from Joann's in their spring sale stuff. It's green with mushrooms, and if you look at it, if you can avoid the steaming of the tea, it says, "Spore me another." And that just cracks me up. I love it because I feel like when someone says pour me another, they really mean alcohol. But in this particular case, it's tea. Pour me another tea. Okay, guys. Do you want to read Lit Hub today? I'm not going to be crocheting. I'm just going to be drinking my tea because I am about ready to crash since I drove to my appointment and I did a half day of work. And appointments are just like a little bit stressful just because, oh, I'm seeing the doctor. Today he was like, oh, so, a version of your drug has been approved for self-injection. And I'm like, I do not want to self-inject. I do not want to stick needles in my body. I will let the nurses do that. Thank you very much. But it's good to be filming again. I'm happy to chat with you guys. And a Lit Hub article went by. And I looked at it and I thought, I want to read that. So let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Where is it? Which email did it go to? Oh my God, I'm getting so many emails from people I do not want to. Not people, places, organizations. Organizations that I don't feel the need to listen to. Lit Hub. Ooh, this is good. The myth of the middle class writer. I want to hear about that. Oh, where is it? This is one of those things where they send you a bunch. I want the myth of the middle class writer. Lee Bardugo has a new book out, guys. It's called The Familiar. I really want to read that. Where's my phone? I need to see if, there it is. I need to see if it's on Libby. Do you guys use the Libby app? I use it so much. I doubt they have it so soon, but let's see. The Familiar. I really like Lee Bardugo. Please hold. 26 people are waiting for this. I just was like, you guys should use Libby, and there's a several month hold. I am going to place a hold anyway because I have a feeling that those people are going to read it a lot quicker than we think. Because when I find a book that I want, like if they're ready to read it right when it comes out, they're going to read it fast. They won't keep it too long. Anyway, what was I looking for? I was looking for The Myth of the Middle Class Writer. Cutting Class on the Myth of the Middle Class Writer. Oh, there's another one called 50 Ways to End a Poem. Oh my gosh, there are so many good popular ones right now. Guys, there are too many to read. Okay, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I will be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. I went poopy. Hope you enjoyed hearing that from me. Follow for more. Okay. All right, guys. What are you thinking? I hope you've pulled out your projects or your beverage or you're cuddled up in bed. And tell me, do you want to read to hear about Cutting Class on the Myth of the Middle Class Writer? Do you want to hear 50 Ways to End a Poem? Or There Are Too Many Books, or Publishing Shouldn't Be All About Quantity? That's all one. That war was theirs. That's all one title. And then the 10 cringiest things in poetry. I'm actually kind of interested in that one. I want to read all of these, so I guess that means I have to film more, because how can I read Lit Hub without you guys? What would I do? What would I read it on my own? Dumb. Okay. Let's talk about the 10 cringiest things in poetry without input from my creaky chair, thank you. I'm sorry, you deserve to be heard. That probably looked like I was patting my own butt, didn't it? I was patting my chair. Keep your eyes to yourself. Don't watch the video. Watch me. What am I even saying tonight? Man, I normally film in the morning when I'm kind of sleepy. But now I've had like my social interaction for the day and I'm still a little, ooh, social. So I'm a little weirder this evening. Okay, The 10 Cringiest Things in Poetry by Jessie Gaynor. This weekend saw another round of Mary Oliver discourse on Twitter. Am I missing out on Mary Oliver discourse because I almost never check my Twitter? I'll bet I wouldn't be following the right people anyway. Okay. Like all Mary Oliver discourse, the essential argument was whether her poetry is cringe and corny or good, actually. Really? Because, like, I would say that Mary Oliver is my main poetic mentor, should we say? Um, I have never thought her poetry was cringe or corny. That's incredibly odd that someone would have that reading. To me, it's incredibly odd that someone would have that reading. Obviously, everyone's entitled to their opinion. You don't have to like Mary Oliver. But I personally have never thought about that. I have no desire whatsoever to weigh in on this one beyond a plug for this essay. Let's see what she's linking. Oh, it's an essay, How Mary Oliver Helped Me to Breathe Again by Brandon Taylor, and that's from 2019. So they're just doing that for SEO. Okay. But as a person who has spent a significant amount of time among poets and poetry, I do think it's worth remembering that there are many greater sources of cringe in the poetry world than Mary Oliver. I should hope so. Okay. Here, for your consideration, are the worst offenders. 10. Instagram poetry. Okay, I know that one's super controversial actually, because some people, especially younger, like high school girls, I would say, is the main demographic of people who find value in Instagram poetry. And some of them feel very passionate or feel very touched by Instagram poetry. I don't anymore, but I know when Tumblr was like a big thing, I felt strongly about Instagram poetry. And I don't want to take away the fact that there can be value to other people. However, I don't think it has very much depth. That doesn't mean it can't be worthwhile or valuable to someone. Okay. Um, Number 9, think pieces on how Instagram poetry is ruining poetry. So true. Number 8, think pieces about how Instagram poetry is saving poetry. Also true. Hashtag let Sylvia Plath post bathing suit pics. Is that an actual hashtag? I'm looking that up because I don't understand what that is, and so I feel like it has to. No. No, I don't know where the writer of this article got that hashtag from, but that's not a hashtag that people use. Does this writer want Sylvia Plath to post bathing suit pics? Don't we all? Okay. Number 7, the word gossamer. Okay, I think it's cringe that that she takes issue with the word gossamer. There's nothing wrong with the word gossamer. It sounds like what it is. Whatever. Okay. It's cringe of me to argue with her opinion, I guess. 6, arbitrary line breaks. Okay, true, maybe. 5, poet voice. What's poet voice? What is poet voice? Do I have poet voice? Poet voice. Poet Voices is a singing group? Poet voice. Is it the way that people read their poetry out loud? Because I think that really depends on the person. I don't know that I'm agreeing very much with this article, am I? Only about the Instagram poetry. Okay. 4, the moon. The moon is not cringe. We love the moon. She's beautiful. Oh no, I'm falling into the cringe. 3, the speaker. 2, the speaker who is the moon. Who hurt this woman? Who wrote this woman poetry about the moon and hurt her so deeply? Or annoyed her, made her cringe so deeply? Who made this woman cringe so deeply? 1. When you see your poet X at a poetry reading with their new poet partner who you recognize because you did a poetry MFA together and they once said your poetry was pedestrian and threw a lit cigarette at you outside a poetry party and everyone still took their side because they are the moon. That's it. That's the person who hurt her. Her poet X and their new poet partner. That's why this woman doesn't like the moon or the speaker who is the moon. Probably arbitrary line breaks too. Okay, I don't think that there should be arbitrary line breaks, but if that's what feels right, like put a dang line break in it. Poetry is for everyone. Okay, I'm looking at the comments, guys. One person says, 1A, this article is cringe. 1B, using cringe in 2024. 1C, bragging that you've spent a significant amount of time among poets and poetry. Okay, I kind of agree with that person. Hi, Jesse. Interesting viewpoint. However, I like the word gossamer and used it in my poem The Veil about death being the veil between mortal life and eternal life. You would most likely find it cringeworthy. Oh my golly. There are some decent poets on Instagram. You just have to connect with the right people. As far as the pithy one-liners that pass as poetry and are strangely popular, all I can say is gag me with a spork. I like that. I think I should be telling people, gag me with a spork. Yeah, okay. I'm in with the comments on this one. Jessie Gaynor, that's right. Jessie Gaynor. Yeah, she's being a little bit cringe. I think this is one of these things where she needed to turn a piece in. She just did it on the first thing she could think of because she was procrastinating too hard and only had 2 hours to 2 hours to write it. Cause I don't know, Jessie. That was not the best article I've ever read. I just feel like we don't need to bash poetry. We shouldn't bash Mary Oliver. If poetry's cringe, then they'll grow out of it. That's okay. I do know that I've read poems by other like high schoolers, right? And they were cringe. But I'll bet I'm like positive my poetry was cringe in high school. Absolutely. High schoolers are weird. Okay. All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to bookmark these other ones that seem so interesting. Let me bookmark them all. This page is saved to the bookmarks. Saved to the chicken bar. The bookmarks bar. What am I doing? Okay, I've saved them to bookmarks, guys. Means I'll be back. See you next time.